Okay, so over the next couple of weeks, we are going to be doing a segment called Get to Know a Student. And we thought it was very fitting to bring in some of our seniors first. And so our very first Get to Know a Student is Madison Ross. So what's up, Madison?
Hey, how are you?
We are doing great. I hope you are. So what
Yeah.
are you doing to occupy your time these days?
Honestly, there's a lot to do when you're at home that you never really realize, I guess, that you can do when you're busy and have a million other things to do with school. So I've been having 3 online classes through Gaston College right now. So those have not changed. So I still
Yeah.
have lots and lots of work. I kind of wake up about 8:30 every day and like do some classwork from like in between 10 to 2 or 3 in the day. Um, I'm past now. I'm graduated from North Gaston because we did the pass
Yay!
fail option.
Congrats.
Yes, I know
Yeah. That's
all
awesome.
of our seniors in the youth group, I'm pretty sure, as long as, I don't know about private schools if you go to a private school, but I know me, Justice, and Darby will be passed now from our high school classes, as long as we weren't failing as of March 13th. Hope none of us were failing anything.
Right.
But so I'm still pretty busy with those classes, and then just kind of taking some time to be in the Word and pray in the mornings. Always try to fit that in, make that very important. And just different things, working out, trying to stay ready for this upcoming fall season of softball in college, going to the ball field with my dad and hitting and things of that nature.
Okay, so mentioning that, what are some upcoming plans that you have for college or after high school kind of stuff?
Yeah, so I'm going to be going to Catawba Valley Community College, and I'll be playing softball there. So I'm committed there, and as of now, I'm not sure if it'll just be for a year for me or for 2 years, since I have knocked out so many of my college classes in high school, and I can only complete an associate's degree there. So after that, I will be looking to move on, maybe just go to like UNC Chapel Hill, since I was able to get in there in high school, or I don't know, maybe I'll move on to a smaller college, continue playing ball. Not really sure, but I'm just very happy I have my decision set for the upcoming year. That's enough. That's enough for me, because it was a lot of kind of a mental, like, it's a big thought process to have to make a decision for me just for the upcoming year. And so I'll just be taking some general credits and kind of figuring out what I want to major in as I move on, which I'm very happy about, because I'm also not totally sure about all of that yet.
Okay, so no decisions have been made as far as what you're going to be studying necessarily in college just yet?
Well, I'm pretty interested in things like of psychology, things of the mind. So I think like Christian counseling would be a really cool option. That's like my primary as of now, and so that would be like a major in psychology, minor in religious studies, or there could be like a lot of like minors to fit into that.
Cool.
And I love the process of kind of giving advice, and I know of just how important mental health is, like in today's generation stuff. We're becoming a lot more aware of that, and to be able to kind of accommodate people in that from a Christian standpoint, rather than like there's always like medication to regulate, and I understand that process, but I also understand that if we kind of hold on to like worldly methods to fix those problems, you can kind of fall into traps, I guess. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, sounds good, and we hope that you do well in those. Obviously, you're going to be around for quite a bit too, so we get to see you. All right, so hopefully. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go into like some quick answers. So I'm going to throw out a question, and you can just kind of answer it. We want to get to know you just a little bit more. Not that we haven't spent a whole lot of time together with you over the last 6 years or so, but we just want to get to know you a little bit more. All right, so Madison Ross, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you know the answer, let me know. All right, so here we go. Question number 1. What is your middle name?
Grace.
Grace. And how did you get that middle name? You know, is there a backstory to any of your names?
I don't know. All I know is my parents were not like questioning my first name at all, so they probably wouldn't have put the same thing with the middle, because apparently my sister, they went through a million like questions about it, but with me they were like Madison, and like that was cut and dry. So maybe that was the same way with my middle name.
I hear you. All right, so next one is, what is your favorite color?
Pink. You can
kind of tell. I hear you. Okay.
Very happy color.
Absolutely. So what was your very first car that you, I guess not drove, but what was your first car?
My first car, and my car still is a Toyota Corolla. It is navy, and her name is Kelly the Corolla.
I was
And
just
I
about
love
to
her.
ask if she had a name. So
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
Okay,
I love her.
so
She's a very good person.
yes. All right. Are you a Coke, Pepsi, or sweet tea person?
Coke. I mean, it depends. It kind of depends on like what I'm drinking it with,
Reagan's
I
jumping
guess.
into this conversation.
Hey,
Sorry.
Reagan.
She said hi.
Hey.
All right. So you said Coke.
Yes.
Like any specialty Cokes, like you got those
Oh,
flavors.
vanilla Coke.
Vanilla Coke. Oh, okay. All right. We'll
Yes, especially from like Zaxby's or with Moe's.
Okay.
Cherry
Cool.
vanilla is good too.
All right. All right. So mountains or the beach?
The beach. I mean, I don't want to go to the beach in the fall. I want to go to the mountains, but like the experiences weighed against each other, like at the right time of the year, I would say the beach.
Okay. Good answer. And so you played sports in high school. What were some of them? You played volleyball, softball. Did you play anything else?
Swim.
Swim. That's right. Okay. So if you had to pick one, what is your top favorite sport to play?
It's softball for sure.
Favorite to play is softball. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Been doing that for a while.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So let's jump into some more questions. What is your favorite memory in our youth group? Favorite memory in our youth group?
That's so hard because I think every event we go to and every, hangout thing we do is good in a different way. I would say one thing we did that probably during the event itself, I didn't know it was going to be such a good memory because I was very tired, but I really enjoyed when we went to Altitude, the trampoline park, and did a lock-in there.
No.
And just because it was just such like a I don't know, experience of everyone being so half awake and like really struggling through it. But a lot kind of happened with like the boys finding cell phones at the bottom of the pits and everything. Yeah. And it was just fun because I thought I was going to be able to go to sleep, but like you couldn't go to sleep. Like there was just absolutely no way. The rooms that were meant for that had like tables. Like I don't think we brought like enough blankets and stuff like that. And loud music playing and just so much going on. And then I just kind of remember us riding home and being at the front of the van and looking behind me and everyone just like barely keeping their eyes open. And I don't know, it's kind of been like a kind of a rough, like, that's past summer was like a lot for me. And then just kind of coming back and realizing that like we are such a community in the youth group and we just do random things like that, like stay up all night together and make memories. And it just is such like a solid place to be. And just people will like listen to you and have like the 3 a.m. conversations about whatever. And we're just very there for each other.
Awesome. All right. So favorite mission trip memory? Because you've been on lots of them. Is there one that you can pinpoint?
Yes. Yeah, that's very difficult as well. But I would say when we were in Honduras, I was part of the little worship team we like made within 5 minutes for the like last night or like second to last night, which people probably think is crazy because the youth group I think knows I'm not the biggest singer or whatever, and I'm made fun of for that.
Oh, you're the biggest singer for sure.
Well, yeah, okay, best, whatever. And but coming up on the stage and we sang "How Great Is Our God" in English and the Honduran people sang it in Spanish. And just to hear like God's name lifted up amongst 2 completely different cultures, but it be the same God was just like so impactful. And like to have like, crossed oceans, like flying and just be there and have all these kind of struggles throughout the week of, wow, I came here and like I knew they were going to speak Spanish, but I didn't know how much of a barrier that was going to be because the only way you really were able to do anything was to have the translator with you. But we knew that they knew our efforts and we knew that they appreciated our efforts. They appreciated them so much more than I think like anyone in America appreciates anything, the way they just like loved us that week. But it was just kind of that moment when we like lifted up God's name, we realized that he really is like higher than any other.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so we've got to close it up here. I appreciate your time, and man, I love those memories because I love reliving those. But as a graduated senior now, what is some, this sounds so weird, doesn't it? What is some information
Yes.
or what is some advice that you could tell some students that are, in a sense, kind of coming up underneath of you?
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. So I would say to those that are coming up, like, make the youth group not just like an extra thing you go to, like amongst all of your crazy things. I understand like we're a generation of like being part of like that team and this band and like playing this instrument and going to this football game, and then like also like youth group is like somewhere in there. And I'm the first one to like to vouch for like your individual like time with God, like, you know, do your individual devotions or like go get coffee with one friend and do a Bible study. And like those are very impactful like moments for your relationship with God. But there's really nothing as impactful as like coming together with a group of believers that are your age, because it can just start to feel very lonely in your walk with Christ, especially at, I understand it's at every school, but especially at public schools, I would say, you know, sometimes you feel like one in a million. So try to like really make it a priority. And I totally understand it's really hard to make it. Like I can't make it a lot of Wednesday nights due to sports and whatnot. But if you can, just really try to, because like even if you don't want to, you're gonna really appreciate that you did when you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very impactful just to be with each other and praise together.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I love that. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Madison. Hey, can I
Yeah.
do something
No problem.
real quick? Can I pray for
Yeah.
you? And then we'll
Yes, for sure.
close. All right.
All right. Sounds good.
Father, thank you so much for Madison. I just thank you for how you are working in her life now, how you've worked over the last several years, just in raising her to be a young lady who loves you and loves other people. God, thank you for memories, and thank you for just the things that we've been able to experience together and as a group. And God, I just pray for a special blessing to be upon Madison in this special time in her life. Lord, as she is experiencing new things like everybody else is, God, I just ask that you would give her favor, that you would keep your hand upon her life, that you would use her to reach the nations, that you would continually grow in her life, and that she would love you more every single day. We just praise you and thank you for who you are and what you're doing. In Christ's name, amen. All right,
Amen.
Madison. See ya.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.